It'd be freezing rain or some kind of horrible weather. One of those times when nobody walks up to me and says, "Gosh, I wish I could do what you do," because it's 23 degrees and freezing rain. And I'm standing there in ice-covered coveralls. And they ask me if the animals are all right. And my response is, go look at the animals right now and then come back and look at me and you tell me who's being taken care of. When we have bad weather, we're out earlier than we are on any other day, specifically to take care of all the animals on this farm. And at the end of the day, the only one that hasn't been really well taken care of is myself. So if anyone asks me, are the animals all right in this horrible weather? I say, well, of course they are, but I'm not too good because I'm soaked to the skin and I'm cold. But they're warm and toasty and behind a shelter. So don't you worry, I've got that taken care of.
That's Kathy Meyer from Bourbon County. She's a wife, the mother of two, and a full-time farmer. She, like all Kentucky farmers, has a story to tell. A story that has its roots in the beginning of recorded history. In a recent survey, farming was identified as one of the country's 10 most respected professions. Agriculture has long been considered one of the oldest and noblest of human pursuits. Mankind has always had an obligation and a responsibility to be stewards of the gifts that we receive. And no one understands that more than the people involved in animal agriculture. But lately, there are those who would seek to diminish that reputation. They portray farmers and ranchers as greedy opportunists, willing to use methods deemed unethical and inhumane to raise livestock and poultry purely for profit. They attempt to legally mandate the use of methods that abandon carefully developed, scientifically supported management techniques in favor of romanticized ideals that, in some instances, may actually be detrimental to the well-being of the very creatures that they claim to be trying to protect. Farmers are skilled and trusted stewards of the land. More than that, they're community leaders, educators, entrepreneurs, environmentalists, and historians working to preserve an honorable way of life. They need the opportunity to tell their stories. We visited a few of them and asked them to do just that.
I guess farming is my passion. You wouldn't do it, you would not farm for the money. There is money in farming. Otherwise, honestly, I could not be here. That farming is how I pay my bills. It's how I've put my children through school. But it's not an easy way of life. You kind of have to sacrifice a lot of your time. The 40-hour work week that doesn't enter into any of our conversations. We have some shorter weeks, but pretty much with farming is you work until the work is done. Daylight to dark if that's what it takes. We would not be here if we didn't enjoy it, if we didn't think that this was the best place to raise our family. I am a Kentucky farmer and I care about my animals.